Hi, Federico. How are you? Did I do something wrong? No. There we go.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Federico. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing, Corinne?
What?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Doing pretty well. Got up a little
Yeah.
early this morning because my dog shoved her nose in my face. So
Oh no.
5:30, like, okay, I'm up. I'm up.
Nice.
So, but it's a nice day, but still have to have the air on. It's a little warmish, a little warmish, and the humidity is uncomfortable. So we're
Interesting. Where are you located right
I'm
now?
in Michigan.
Oh, yeah, it is cold in the winter time, right?
Yes, and apparently, according to a friend of mine, I must be part Viking because I
Mm.
seem to be able to handle the cold. Um, but it's the heat kind of it's an effort. It's an effort. I can do it, but it takes a little work. So, where are you located?
Well, right now I'm living in Calgary, in Alberta, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we after COVID we moved to another country to just to see how things works after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, originally I'm from Brazil, so my English isn't
Oh,
is is still working.
okay. So from Brazil.
Yeah,
So your other language is Portuguese.
yeah, exactly.
I had an uncle who was a missionary in Brazil for a
Oh,
while.
mission. Oh,
Yeah, he
for
was a missionary in Brazil. Yeah. Um,
amazing.
yeah, he worked with the natives until apparently he was teaching them too much and he had to leave. And
Yeah,
apparently the government didn't like the natives learning too much. So he came back, he went back, but it took a couple years before he was able to go back. But yeah, he was working with the natives up in the mountains and the hills and all that stuff. So
nice. Do you remember which place he went?
no, I don't remember. I'd have to ask.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have to
because
ask.
there's lots of
If
natives
he's
in Brazil.
right. No, he was working with yeah, he was up in the hills. So that's all I know. He was working there, and then actually, it's more of a cousin than an uncle, I should say. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so he had yeah, he lived a pretty exciting life. Rough
For
doing
sure.
that. That was pretty
Here in
brave.
Calgary, here in Calgary, we have one community inside the first Alliance
Hmm.
Church. It is like a Portuguese campus, so there's lots of
Oh,
Brazilians, people from Mozambique, from Portugal. Yeah, and we
so you
can
go to
make.
the rodeo, the Calgary Stampede?
Oh yeah, I think the
I would
actually
love to go to that. I would
yeah,
love to go to that.
I'm preparing to go to one breakfast
Okay.
from. I think there's one studio promoting some breakfast for today. So I'm listening to you and start to prepare myself to go driving to there.
Well, you have to tell me let me know how that went and what it was for. That sounds kind of interesting. Interesting. But yeah, the
Yeah,
Calgary Stampede is pretty famous. Pretty famous.
it
And,
is.
but you
So
are definitely in the cool weather region, especially from Brazil. To move up north, that had to be
Brazil is pretty nice for the weather and food and the people,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, for work is a little bit dangerous.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think as I said, I think it was I kept saying my uncle, but it's my cousin. I think he found out about the dangerous part.
Yeah,
Uh,
that that's it. It is a 50.
yeah. Well, I hope
Yes,
things get better. Hope things improve, so that it's not quite so, problematic but dangerous. But at any rate, yeah, I like to get started because I always kind of fiddle around. I'm still learning about computer stuff. I'm decent. I can do my own website, but there's some little areas that I still need work on. But I can tell everybody I do other things. It's my computer's like, okay, I can do some stuff just as long as I know how to get by. But some of the other technical things, uh, yeah, takes me a minute. So I like to get set up and make sure I've got
okay, no
everything
problem.
organized. That's why I come on a little early. It's nice to talk to people too for a little bit, but I don't start the actual class until the right time. But I'm always glad to be here and see people, and this is great.
Yeah,
This is great.
that's nice because sometimes I miss the meeting or
Uh-huh.
because I'm driving or there's something stuff to do. But
Oh,
today
sure.
was pretty good. So I
Sure.
just
I try to do different days so that I hit, because I know people's schedules are different. Everyone's
yeah,
schedules
I have
different. So I
some
try to
strategy.
hit
Keep
like
going.
on a Saturday once in a while, and I only have 3 classes a month. It's not a lot. I would like to do more, but I'm doing like this is the Russian, and I've done I think the next one is an articulation class or something. I can't remember. I know the German class isn't until August, I believe. So I try to hit a couple of accents. That's when I ask people if, what is it you'd like? I've done the British a couple of times. So I'll probably do that one again for sure. And it's kind of fun, and I like to help people improve their career opportunities. So,
Amazing.
yeah, I want you to succeed. That would be really cool. So if I'm trying to, but I'm still not, just to warn everybody, I'm not as great on the chat and the hand raise as I could be. I'm to do better, trying to do better on the hand raising thing. Uh, so if I poke some buttons and you go, what is she doing? I'm just testing some things yet. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, so if oh, there's something else. So I
Okay.
try to
I'm
get,
looking at you and I have to wake up my kids right now. But
oh, absolutely. Go and see you soon.
okay. See you then.
Take care. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Good morning, Miss Corinne.
Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
Uh, well, I just now got a text from my daughter that she's back in the hospital with sepsis again.
Oh no, honey.
She's been through it, and she
Yeah,
can't keep her blood
yeah.
sugars up, and she's got fluid in her lungs, and a distended bladder.
Oh, good Lord.
So she wants us to come
Well,
to Missouri to help take care of her, which I will.
will you
Just
go
got to
do
figure
that?
out a good
Yeah.
time.
If
Yeah,
you have to leave, like if you have to leave, she's in the hospital, but family first.
that's right.
Family first. All of this can be done another time, another day.
So how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty
Good.
well. Got my As I was telling Federico, I had to get up early because I got a big black wet nose in my face this morning at 5:30.
That's funny.
Yeah, so yeah, I got a 100-pound lap dog.
Oh, what do you have?
A little
Rottweiler.
bitty Rottweiler.
Oh, wow. A big
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. She's a 100-pound lap dog. And I tell
Oh,
everybody it's not the sitting in your lap, it's the jumping into.
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Like a
When
woof,
you
breathing becomes optional,
oh,
it just
yeah.
like, okay. Yeah, no,
And
she
once
was,
you notice them, you get noticed.
oh yeah, she's a retired show dog. So I got her
Ah,
after they retired her. So she was a champion and all that cool stuff. And I think she had 3 litters. The last litter was 11 puppies,
Wow.
wow.
which is a lot. So when I
Yeah.
had her, and I got her, and then I went to the vet to have her spayed because I don't want to breed. I don't want to do any of that. I did ask for a tummy tuck, you know,
Right?
they wouldn't do it, but so yeah, because things are hanging a little low on her, poor puppy. She's a little
Aw.
bit. So what I did do is I got her a ramp so that because I have a truck and jumping into the truck, I was afraid she was going to hurt herself, scratch, with her rear paws, kind of scratch things.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll tell her it was, but the best $100 I ever spent was getting that ramp because rather
Right.
Oh,
spend
yeah.
the $100 than another 400 for infections and whatever. Like, no, this is cheaper way to go. Let's go get this done. So yeah, I've got her. So she's she's pretty much she's a high, like my previous one was not. This one is a high prey drive. This one is you're fine unless you're a bunny, a squirrel, or a deer. Then
Yeah.
it's game on. Then that's why I told we saw a deer the other day. I thought my arms were going to be 3 inches longer. I mean, oh my
Yeah.
God.
My last dog was an English bulldog, and she was so short, and they've got breathing problems, and
Oh
she
yeah.
went to bed all the time. And I've got a tall bed, so I had to get her the steps and the ramp to
The
get up on
steps,
the.
yeah, that's what I got, the steps. So they can climb
Yeah.
in. And it's better. It's better, especially when she's 9 now. So it's better when they get a little
Oh,
older. They don't have to,
yes.
struggle so hard. And she can take off when she wants to. And she's there was one dog that got loose and came up and charged us. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like
Oh,
making sure the dog got away. And I wasn't, because a Rottweiler, one bite, one shake, you're done. I mean, that's it.
that's
Oh,
right.
So I was terrified. The woman did come up in time. It was a little Jack Russell. He slipped the lead. They're
Uh-oh.
little
yeah.
stinkers. They're stinkers. They're cute, but
They
they're
are. I
stinkers.
love them.
Yeah, they're great dogs. But I fostered one. But my friend who's the breeder has said, because I said no, she was just barking and she said, well, if my dog really wanted to do damage and had blood in her eye, you couldn't have held her.
That's
I
right.
thought, okay, you couldn't hold her. No. So she was just defending me in the territory and that kind of stuff. So it was okay. But there
I
was a
grew up with
little, adrenaline rush to say the it's like, I don't
I
want to see
grew up with a
blood.
German Shepherd that was a retired Army dog,
Oh boy.
and I was playing volley or basketball with some kids that my grandparents were taking care of on a boys' ranch.
Uh-huh.
And we went up for a rebound, and his elbow hit my shoulder briefly. But after we took him to the hospital, he was all right.
Okay,
because
wow.
my dog chewed his butt.
Oh,
Yeah, they get very protective. They get
Oh
protective.
yes.
Yeah. So I
Corinne,
mean, yeah,
do you know about Staffordshire Bull Terriers?
yes.
I have two of them. And talking
Mhm.
about lap dogs, whether you want them or not, they're there in your lap.
You're like, that's great. That's great.
They're
They're great
kind.
dogs. I mean, like I said, mine because she was a show dog, she actually likes men, which is kind of unusual. And
Yeah.
she's good with men. My theory is, my working theory is
Uh-huh.
that she thinks men have a ham sandwich on them somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And and I'm sorry, but there are gender differences. Women
Oh,
tend to
yeah.
pet dogs, nice doggy. And guys go, rah, 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 rah. She's a big
Yes.
girl. She likes the rough stuff. Rah, 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 rah. Yeah. So
Aw.
she likes guys. However, there's always one or two when I'm walking that she'll just all of a sudden she flips. It's a different dog. It's
Yeah.
like the bark, the growl. It's like, okay, we're gonna turn around and leave, for whatever reason, who knows, whatever reasons, it could have been size, it could have been she didn't like the smell of whatever was on it, I don't know, but I pay attention, and when it's time to go, we just go. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
because most guys, she's fine, she doesn't care, but there's always one or two that she doesn't like, so I pay attention.
I trust
Oh,
dogs.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I pay attention. It's not, like it's easier to just turn around and leave, but she likes kids, likes people.
That's
Um,
wonderful.
yeah, and we've got a lot of bunnies in this area. Oh my God. A lot of bunnies, a lot of bunnies, a lot of squirrels.
Oh, we have a
Fortunately,
lot of those around.
yeah, yeah. Well, if I could I'm in a condo, I can't let her loose, but
Oh,
So
yeah.
if she was loose, we wouldn't have so many bunnies,
I, I
She's
was
a
able
German
to
dog. She wants Hassenpfeffer, This is what we do.
I was able to find a rare book dealer online and I got the Edith Skinner book for like $13 and some cents.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
And so I was looking at the archives.org, and
Oh yeah.
if people only read on their phone, it's fine. But like you can't check that book out. It's still under copyright, so all you can do is read it online. You can't download it and print
Oh,
it.
you can't download it. I haven't even tried. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, but
so it motivated me to look for other sources.
well, bless your, yeah, are you the one that sent the copy to me?
Yes, yeah, that's
Okay.
it's not like it's like the content, but it's not a direct reproduction of it. So
Okay. Yeah, I haven't gone through it all, but because I have both copies of both of her books. I have copies of both of her books. So at least you found something. And that's not a bad
yes.
price because I did see one, which I was like, oh my God. And that's what prompted me to look around other places. They wanted $700. No kidding.
Oh my gosh.
And
That
I
is
went, oh my
crazy.
God. No, no, don't. I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was real, if they were fake, anything online, you always have to be careful. Um, Here, I want to make sure I've got everybody here. Come on, how did that get there? Um, so yeah. So be careful, but if you can find it with the CD, that's optimum. CD is a little extra. I mean, show you. See if I can do this here.
Oh, it's already time.
This is, if you can see it, this is the original Speak with Distinction book. You can see it. I don't know how the camera picks it up or not. I don't know if you can see it.
You got to hold it so your face is exposed or your background will blur it.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Here we
So you
go.
know, I
Breaking
learn
news.
something every day. Okay. So this is the original one, and I've got this. And then there's this one. Thanks for the tip. I was wondering what was going on. Thank you. And then it has, okay, it comes with a CD. You remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, I
I've
think I
got
got
some.
the first edition. And I don't think mine had the CD. I mean, those
It's
tended to get
probably
lost.
lost in the, yeah, it can easily get lost. And like right now, I'm trying to find mine. Here it is.
Yes.
This is the little book, and it's got a little CD with it. Uh, yeah, but thank you for looking. If you can find it, but I mean, I just wouldn't pay $700. I'm sorry. Uh, that's just too much. It's too much. How are we doing? Okay, we're ready to start. So let me see if I've got everybody on board here. And I think I've got everybody almost. Try to get everybody allowed to talk and as much as I can. There we go. I think I've got everybody now. All right, we are going to, so this is, I hope you can all see this now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you've got your hand, if you don't have a handout, let me know and I will send it to you, okay? So this is me. This is me, it's Corinne Barringer, and this is my little company. And this is what I've been doing for quite a while. So literally over that many years, which I can't even believe, but there you go.
Wow.
Right? Time goes by. I feel like I tell everybody I started when I was 7. So, so I've been doing this for quite a while. But today, what we're doing is the Russian accent. Now, this is just an introduction. It's not the whole thing. It's just an introduction. Hopefully, we'll have some fun with this. And so if you haven't taken the intro class, I recommend take the intro, but we will do a quick review so that everybody's up to speed a little bit. We'll have a discussion of what accents and dialects, the categories and components, and then the key sounds for Russian, and then we get to practice, and then you can ask me questions, and then there's some resources and some fun stuff. So, okay, now here, because I've run into some, it was the last Scots class, got a little rowdy. So I just want to remind everyone, um, I love having people join in and ask questions and being able to do that. But you can ask questions. People are probably not the only ones thinking about it, but please be polite, take turns, and remember this is recorded. So try not to swear. Do your best, try not to swear too much. I think I've got everybody. I have everybody. Um, yeah, it's recorded. I'm not a prude about that kind of thing, frankly, but like I tell everyone, some of my best friends are Marines. I've heard everything. It's not that. It's just, be polite. Be polite. So, okay. So let's get started. So what is the difference between, oh, that's the other thing I want to make sure. If you want to practice a lot, because we have a number of people on board here, I would recommend mute yourself. I let everybody talk, but if you want to practice out loud, try to mute yourself. I know it's kind of an inconvenience, but it really does allow other people to hear what's going on. And let's see, I think we've got some other little persons here coming up. So just to be polite and allow other people to hear. Okay, let's get started. So the difference between an accent and a dialect. I will say they're used interchangeably. So don't panic about it, but there is a difference. And the way to think about it is a dialect is like, take the United States. You can talk like you're from New York. They have a certain way to talk. That's an accent, but they also have different way. And then you go down south and they have a different accent. It's the same words, but they sound different. But the dialect also involves different phrases, different terms. And I use the one when you go down south and somebody says, well, well, bless your heart. That doesn't exactly mean what they say. It has
No.
a different meaning and doesn't exactly mean bless your heart. So some dialects have different phraseology, different words involved. So they might call it a sofa, a couch, Chesterfield. I think down south they call it I want a Coke. When we say I want a soda, and then it's soda pop. And then you see what I mean? So they have different words. There's also different culture variations. So an accent would be more of, like if I came from France and I came here and I am wanting to speak the American, I'm going to use the sounds that I have in my language to put into yours. And we would do the same. Like instead of parlez-vous français, we would probably say parlez-vous français. Okay. So we try to use, and which is normal. It's reasonable to use the sounds you're already used to because there's a difference between the sounds and the spelling. So they're going to plug in the sounds they're familiar with that relates to the spelling. Okay. But it's not the same. So the basic broad stroke categories, when you're thinking about, especially if you're working on a script or something, is location. So I just described the difference between being in New York. I'm mixing my New York and my Southern. Not good. So it's geographical. Are you down south? Are you up north? Are you in the UP? Are you down in California? Are you, or are you in a different country? Where are you? Ethnic. Are you Spanish, Italian, Portuguese? Whatever. Socioeconomic. This happens. So it's like when you're developing an accent, these are things to think about. The broad strokes first. Socioeconomic, it makes a difference on where you are in the socioeconomic strata. It just does. You use different languages, different words. And sometimes it doesn't cross over real well. So there is a standard, and it's not being elitist, but whether it's the British or the American, most languages have a standard or an accepted standard language that most everybody in their country can understand. And it makes sense. So that, and this is what I've used this story all the time, but if you've heard it, go get yourself a cup of coffee. If you have, it was my sister was a physician at Cook County Hospital in Chicago. She was called into the emergency room, the ER, the emergency room. There was an inner city gentleman who was trying to talk to the Pakistani doctor, and they were both technically speaking English. They did not understand each other. I think how serious that is in the emergency room. She was called in to translate English to English because she could understand both of them, but they couldn't understand each other. She said it was the most surreal experience she'd ever had because it was like, why can't they? But they couldn't. So it's good to have a standard. That's why we have to have it so that most people understand each other. Which also means if you can't understand the standard or use the standard, you might want to work on that a little bit. Time period. English changes, I'll just use English. English changes over time. So does every other language. There's the standard and there's also street language. And then there's a time period. Where are you in the 1920s? Or are you present day? So it makes a difference. So this is some kind of research you might have to do with that area. The components, the things to think about. This is more down in the dirty here. Phonemes. Think sounds, not spelling. Manner, place, and voicing. Talk about that in the other one. I'll see if I can touch on that a little bit. Intonation, the melody, rhythm. Everybody, duration. How long do you hold the word? What pitch do you use? The pitch high, stress. Chinese uses tonal intonation. It makes a difference whether you say ma, 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 all that. If I swore in Chinese, I'm sorry. I was told not to do it. Articulation. What letters or sounds do we omit when we are speaking fast or slow, or do we add things? Elisions means linking. How do we, for example, how do we? I didn't say how do we. I said how do we. I just really omitted some things and elided some things. So it makes some sound. So it makes a difference. R coloration. Do you use a strong R, bird, or do you make it soft like car park, a bed? Do you modify it? Vocabulary or your lexicon, what words does the person use or do you use? Jargon, slang. There's a difference between jargon and slang. Jargon is like we used it in the medical field a lot. You could say someone was a poor historian rather than, be in the hallway and say, oh, the guy's lying, but that's kind of basically it. But it could be because they were demented. They really couldn't relate things very well. Slang can change from high school to high school, district to district. So be careful with slang. That's different. Words for, oh, gads. I drove 125 rescued parrots to a place in Georgia. And I told my friend who was an ex-Army, ex-cop, and I said, yeah, we had all these birds. And I was meeting this guy in the gas station to transfer the birds. And he said, bird is another word for a kilo. Now that everything's a slang for a kilo.
Oh, man.
And it's birds. It's 125 parrots. Yeah. So be careful with slang because it can change and people have different interpretations of it. Other area is grammar. How good is your grammar? I've heard a lot of really unfortunate choices with grammar lately. Filler words, we all use them. Colorful metaphors, as I said, please be careful today. Try not to, I'm not, just be careful. So does your person use it? Do they not? Does your character use it? Do you use it? You can think about yourself too. So it's also your voice or your tone. See if you can't, because it's really tough to do an accent. You're always going to start off being, I better check in with some people here and let's see if we can do that. You're always going to start off as a mimic. I mean, that's just the way it works. You start mimicking. But to really get good at it, you have to immerse yourself and it takes some time. So I think I've got everybody here. Somebody raising a hand. Oh, copy of notes. Oh, geez, I'll send you the handout. Just send me, anybody wants a copy of anything, the handout, email me. And it's easy, I have to say, because I'm such a, klutz with some of this. It's easier if you send me the email, I'll email you and it's just a lot easier, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, but your voice or tone can also change the quality of your voice. Is it nice and strong? Is it vital? But you sound like you're weak and tired. I mean, this is all character development, all that. So what kind of quality do you have? Your voice or tone, that gets into the nonverbal or the paras. Like I said, we got it. But anyway, I wanted to hit a couple of things. The voice or tone can change. So if I said, and you're good at this already. You're already good. If I said, oh, I like your new red dress, means one thing. If I said, I like your new red dress, means something else. You see what I mean?
Right.
So how
Yes.
you deliver it in your voice and tone, the words are the same, the meaning is totally different. So that's, the quality of your voice. Do you sound like you're alive or vital? Nasal, and I've said this in the other class too, here in the Great Lakes area, especially Michigan, we're probably more nasal than we like to be, 40% actually. The reason you want to control the nasality, like if you want to go to New York and you want to talk like that, that's fine. But it really reduces your ability to project because more than sound is coming through your nose and it makes it weaker. It makes your projection weaker. Rate of speech, how fast or how slowly are you talking? Intensity, are you loud? Are you, really getting emotional? Pitch, are you up high? Are you down low? Where's your pitch? Are you too monotone? Is it too much, bland? Nonverbal and mannerisms. These are all things you can use to bolster and support your accent while you're still trying to do it, because these can help support and sell it for you if you can't get all the sounds. So, let's see, go back. Mannerisms, nonverbal, yeah, there's a lot. But here's some linguistic background. If you're learning some of these sounds, I try to pick on a few, there's going to be some similarity among the Slavic languages. So whether you're talking, this is the East Slavonic group, Ukrainian, Belarusian, Czech, Slovak, Polish, Slovene, Serbo-Croat, you probably have Macedonian, Bulgarian, they're all kind of related. They may not be totally identical, but there's a similarity. So you can kind of, work with that. One of the things you might notice, and this could be with a number of other foreign speakers, is omitting the articles before the nouns. I want apple. Where is boy? That kind of where's the boy, where's I want an apple. So omitting the articles, that's kind of like a feature you can use.
Oh, Corinne? It's
Yeah,
Corinne.
yeah,
Well, I just wanted to make mention something real quick. It's
sure.
it's it's funny. It's funny you brought this slide up because the other day I was watching a Ukrainian movie, and it was about it's a movie about a sniper.
Uh-huh.
They're fighting a Russian war, or whatever.
Mhm.
And they were talking. The Russians were talking, and I was like, and there was no subtitles or nothing. I was watching the whole thing in Ukrainian, and then the Russian guys talking. I really couldn't tell much of a difference. So,
Well, I will tell you this my grandmother, well, and this is one of the reasons I think that I've got a good ear for this, is I grew up in a bilingual household. My grandmother and my mother and my grandfather all spoke Polish, but my grandfather was really insistent that we all speak English, so he only spoke Polish rarely. But let's see if I can get there's somebody here that needs to be chat. Hold on, I'll check your chat here. I just got to check if there's some participants that need to be allowed to speak. Let's see. I got everybody. I think I have everybody. Okay. So I grew up in a bilingual household. So I knew a few words, got a few words. They didn't teach us because they were busy gossiping and they didn't want us to know. Egypt powiado, that. So I had developed an ear. And my grandmother used to, she was way before her time. She wouldn't watch television unless she was dressed. Because if I can see them, they can see me. She was way before her time. She was always dressed. Whatever. We would watch the news. And I think it was Khrushchev. Nobody remembers Khrushchev, but Khrushchev, the Cold War, that kind of thing. He would speak and they would record and play it. She could understand him. She could understand enough that she knew what he was saying. So it was interesting, like, okay, it's close enough. So some of the sounds are going to be close enough. The words might be different, and you might say certain things a little differently, but yeah, that's very good. Cool. And that's one of the things I tell people to do is to watch some movies. Think the Russians are coming, the Russians are coming. You'll get some body language and the way they mix up the words, the grammar, the positioning, everybody to get from street, So it's that kind of thing. So if you have trouble with the accent, it does take time and not everybody's good at it. Even some really phenomenal actors are not good at it. I think it was Kevin Costner who played Robin Hood, and he would slide between American accent and the British accent. My advice on that is if you cannot keep it uniform and keep it the same way, just pick a couple sounds. If you cannot do that, and I go over this again, pick a couple sounds that you can do all the time. Without fail, you can make those sounds. If you cannot, then just keep with your American accent because sliding back and forth, it gets jarring and you'll lose your audience. We can forgive it if you can't do it. We'll just, the audience will buy into it and it'll be fine. But when you keep changing back and forth, it becomes harder. So, okay, here we go. So thanks. Anybody has questions, please let me know. Okay. This little symbol, which looks like a capital I, is actually the symbol for phoneme, and it means I. I, like sit, children, listen, it, right? But the Russians have no short I. A lot of other languages don't either. They will substitute the E. Spanish, for example. That's why you hear somebody say fish dinner. They don't have a short I in their language. It's fish dinner, but they don't have a short I, so they plug in what seems reasonable. And it's a way to compensate. So it's fish dinner. So they substitute this E sound. This is the symbol, the phonetic symbol for E. This takes a little doing. If you can learn one or two of these, I recommend. So instead of sit, him, listen, children, busy, business, little, that's English, it would be seat, him, listen, children, busy, business, little.
Little.
Little. Now I'm not even going to go into the L, how they do the L, which is a darker L. And we're going to hit some of the other ones, but we'll just take it one sound at a time. Does somebody want to try that? I mean, it does take a little bit of effort. Somebody want to try?
I'll try.
Okay.
Seat, him, listen, him,
Him.
him,
Big E.
him,
There you
listen,
go.
children, busy, busyness, little.
Okay. Anybody else want to try? I'm just going to focus on the E sound.
Him.
Him.
I'll
With
go.
Leslie? Okay, Leslie?
Seat. Him.
Him.
Listen. Him.
Him. Think of E. Him.
Him. Listen.
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 There we go.
Children.
Children. Make that E longer. Hold it longer. Children.
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 Yeah, this is when we talk about how long you hold something, the duration. I want you to hold that E sound a little bit longer. Children.
Children.
There we go.
Busy.
Busy. Yeah, busy.
Business.
Busy. Okay.
Little.
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 There we go.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough. What I recommend or suggest if you want to try practicing is rewrite the words with the long E sound so you can kind of visually get it, because it's really hard to look at the word sit and say seat.
Okay.
Him, listen, children, easy, business. It's hard.
So you're saying when you say write it down,
Well,
to
yeah,
fool your
rewrite the words.
brain
This is
into
a
believing
suggestion.
it?
Rewrite the words, and so you're going to write sit as SEEET, seat.
Okay. Seat.
Just so that you can kind of get a visual image, because we're very visual folks.
Right.
Yeah, so just a thought to substitute so that
No,
you can
well,
try.
because I have dyslexia, and that's the way I learn things is by writing them, the hand-eye
very
visual
cool.
contact. So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make sure that's the same thing.
Yeah, just rewrite it so that because this is, like I said, this is tough for many people. You're not alone. This is hard it doesn't come naturally, okay? Part of it is, it's not your fault. I mean, most language acquisition should happen in the early stages of development. They should be teaching a second language in middle school, not even middle school, before middle, like elementary school, or the kid turns 8, 10, 12, before puberty, you should start learning another language. I was able to do that. I've been German and something else, but I was lucky for that. So I could start learning another language when I was younger, but we tend to wait until like high school or advanced middle school, whatever. This is not the time. It's what actually physiological reason is that your brain shuts down. It actually changes during puberty. You probably have noticed that when you get all frantic and emotional and all that stuff, because it says, okay, you've had plenty of time to learn to speak a language. We've given you plenty of time. Now we want to get into the other business of procreation. So up comes so that literally shuts down. It doesn't make it impossible to learn other languages, but this is why it's physiological. It's hard. It's harder. So cut yourself a break. It does take some time, but that's why there is physiological, biological reason why it's hard. Okay. So I just don't want
It
you to
makes
be.
sense.
Makes sense? Yeah, it
Yes,
really,
ma'am, it does. It makes sense because that's why children in bilingual homes growing
yeah,
up, have both languages. That's why they learn and they seem to be
they learn
more
it.
intelligent.
And what bothers me and is that when they go to school, then the teacher who's not aware starts thinking the child is backward or has a problem, has a language problem. And they don't.
Yeah.
They're learning three languages. I knew one kid that was learning, I think it was English, French, and Greek. Well, good
Mm.
Lord, cut the kid a little break. You know, he might be mixing things up, but they'll sort it out as they go. He's learning three languages at once. So, just never mind the alphabet change. But he's learning three languages at once. Cut him some slack. This is not a problem, like it's not. It just those are the kinds of things that used to really drive me nuts, drive me
I
crazy.
guess you can put it like dyslexia. It's just another way of learning.
It's another way of learning, yeah. And there's nothing wrong. It just take it easy, just be. Yeah, there are some people I just wanted to slap. No, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. No, that's okay. It's good questions because like I said, you're not alone. Okay. Anyone else want to try this? You can see this is challenging. So, okay, we'll go on to the next one. This is no, if somebody wants to, and I don't care, we can go backwards and I'll just go with this one. If somebody wants to try it down the road, then let me know. The trilled R. Now, Russians do it two ways, but we're just going to look at one. They either do the trilled R or they do a very, very strong R, American R, which no, that's too advanced. We're just going to focus on this, and this is going to be hard enough. Rubbish, strange, prisoner, future, target. I'm making a border, criminal. Now remember, criminal, not criminal, criminal. We've got the E's in there. Rubbish, strange. We're going to talk about that sound. Prisoner, future, target, border. Okay? Who wants to try that?
I'll try it.
Okay, I'm trying to do that. Okay. Who are the two people that said?
Stephanie.
Tracy.
Okay, Stephanie, I'm going to give you and then Tracy next.
Just one second. I have something on my, okay.
Yeah, it's Blake. I'd like to try it too.
Go ahead and let Tracy go. I've got to get something off my computer.
All right, Tracy, then you go and then we'll have Blake.
Okay. Rubbish, strange, prisoner, future, target, border, criminal.
Okay, do target again.
Target.
Do rubbish.
Rubbish.
Strange. Prisoner. Okay, so we're doing this. It's not going to be as strong as like the Scottish R, but it is strange, prisoner. You're going to have that trilled R. Okay, Blake.
Okay.
That was good. Blake, you want to try?
Okay. Rubbish, strange, prisoner, future, target, border, criminal.
Okay, you are going to have a little trouble with the trilled R. The trilled R is the tongue is wiggling against the alveolar ridge. So that's which is the ridge behind your teeth. The little bumpy ridge right behind your front teeth on upper. So one way to practice that is the word butter. Butter. Okay? Butter. Rubbish. Do rubbish.
Rubbish.
Nope. Rubbish.
Okay.
That's okay. You're not alone.
My tongue is messed up today.
That's okay. But a way to practice it, because you were having a struggle here, which is perfectly understandable, totally but this R, the trilled R is going to be important in a number of other accents. So that's why I want everybody to try to at least give it a shot. Rubbish. Strange.
Prisoner.
Prisoner. Both R's have to be trilled. Prisoner. So you've got it. Rubbish is before a vowel. Rubbish. Strange, again before a vowel, but it's part of a blend. Prisoner. You've got it again before a vowel at the end of the word. Future, end of the word. Target, in the middle of the word. Border. Criminal. Now, think of saying butter, butter. The way to practice, the way to get this is one of the ways. Say the word butter, 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 and like with the flap, the way Americans, we don't say butter. We say butter.
Butter, butter,
Butter, butter, butter, butter, butter, butter, butter, and then try to trill. Butter, 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 and then so your tongue is in the right place.
butter.
It's a way to practice it. You might have to. It might take you a bit. Take a bit.
It's easier that way.
Pardon?
It's a little easier when you start it that way.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, just try to. This is a sound we don't make, but it will be beneficial in other accent studies, other languages. Okay. So, okay, Blake, good luck. You want to try one more? Try it again? Or you're just going to say, okay, the tongue isn't working. We're just going to let it go. Okay. The other sounds you'll be able to do. Don't worry, there'll be other sounds. This is
Rubbish.
no. Keep your tongue. You're curling your tongue too far back. Butter, rubbish, butter.
Butter.
Okay. You're on the no. That was good. That was good. You're getting there. You're getting there. Okay, that was good. It was a good start. That was much better. It's hard because for the R, we kind of curl it back or you bunch it. But this one, the tongue is right behind the front teeth. Okay. Butter, 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 butter. Okay, I better get going. I better get a couple extra sounds in here. And then we can go back and go through it again. Now this sound, NG, ing, this is the phonetic sound for it. This is kind of the spelling, but this is the phonetic symbol, ing. It's one of the nasal sounds that we have. We have M, N, and ing are all nasal, but they add a little extra artifact to it. So it would be vishink, flingink, king. They might say king with a little extra N, or they might say song or sonk, gang, binding. Okay, they might say, but it could say binding because that's a long I. Binding. They could do NK or NG for vishink, flinging. Say I made that hard G at the end. King, song, gang, binding. So they'll either add an ing with the K sound at the end or an extra hard G at the end. Okay, so these are just some little sounds. Somebody want to try that? Someone care to try that? Okay, okay. Let's see who's participants here.
I'll try it.
Tracy, you want to try that? Okay.
Sure.
Oops, somebody with a hand up here. Oh, Natalia. Okay, hold on. We've got a couple extra people coming in. Like I said, I'm not that. Okay, try it.
Wishing, flinging, king, song, gang, binding.
Good. That was good. Now I think it was this other lady wanted to try it. Was it Natalia?
Yes. I just want to tell you that I am a Russian-speaking lady. I'm Ukrainian, and I was director of language department, and I teach students English. And I taught them opposite what I do. If I will pronounce you and explain what I did with my students, maybe my colleagues will help me. The sound R, we vibrate with our tongue in comparison with English when we lift up to the up of the mouth. Therefore, like we tease a dog. Our tongue vibrate like like a fed something on the way, on the
Oh,
wind.
see, you just did something.
Yes.
Did you notice?
R.
No,
Oh.
but you just did something with the K at the end.
Yes, absolutely. And what I teach them this sound R, what is I told them no, in English will be R.
Oh
But
yeah,
in
that's
Russian,
different. That's totally
yes,
different.
absolutely. And English G, I told them something. This is something in nose or maybe deeper in the throat. But Russian G, because I'm Russian speaking, this is like we pronounce this is sound in the mouth. G, G, G.
Right, no, it's and that's we'll get into that. But
thank you very
yeah,
much. It is so useful, so useful. And
well,
I
the
compare
Trudar is useful for a number of different languages.
Absolutely.
But this is called a plosive ending, whether it's the extra G sound G or K, which is more
Yes.
of a velarized.
When I speak in English, they like my Russian, Ukrainian pronunciation, and certainly I try to be like American, but I'm not native speaker.
Right. No, it takes time. It takes time.
What about the word vessel?
I will pronounce them if you want.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Like Chekhov. Walter Koenig on Star Trek, he's like Wessel instead of vessel. He pronounces it Wessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get into the W's here. Yeah. And everybody I'll tell you, because of the internet, because of television, because of a whole bunch of technological advances, a lot of language has a blend. It's blended, and not everything. It's like fashion. If you went to the 20s and said 1920s, they're flapper girls, I'm going to dress like this. Well, when 1920 hit, nobody threw out their clothes from 1910. They still had them. You know what I mean? So things kind of move slowly, but they do get blended. So did somebody want to try this NG sound, this NGNK sound? Wishing? Vishing?
Fishing?
Vishing? Let's see. Who?
Flinging?
No. Well, I don't need Natalia because you already do it. We need somebody who's going to. Okay, Lauren? Lauren?
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
do you want to try it?
Okay. Wishing, flinging, king, song, gang, binding.
Gang. I'm going to make the A sound. Okay, we got a whole bunch of people. Okay. Vishink. Let me hear you again. Do it again.
Sorry?
Lauren, do it again.
Wishing.
No, V. I'm going to make you do a V for Vishing. We're going to go into it.
Wishing.
Vishing.
Wishing, flinging, king, song, gang, binding.
Binding. So all you have to do is make it hard G. Okay, who else? Let's see, there was some other participants.
I'll do it.
Okay, let's see. Other raised hands view. Here we go. I'm getting other raised hands. Rhonda?
Okay, vishing, flinging.
Vishink. Yeah, I've got to remember to get the long E. Vishink.
Flinging.
Flinging.
Song, gang, binding.
Binding or binding. It's one of two ways, whichever your choice. Binding. See, if we say binding, we just have that ing. But the Russians tend to go binding or binding. Gang or gang. Song. Think of it as another little artifact, another little sound at the end. King.
Song.
Song. Yeah.
Gang.
Binding. Whatever works.
Flinging and wishing.
There you go. I was fishing. I was something like that. Okay, who else? Let's see. Who else wants to do this? We've got other raised hands. Anybody else? Everybody's tried it a little bit. I'm trying to get better at the raised hands things, guys. I'm trying. Okay. Good try. Gotta give you credit for trying, Now here's some other sounds, and you might be better at one than the other, but it's just, this is here we go. TH, unvoiced and voiced. TH unvoiced is like think, thin. It's a fricative. You're going to make a sound. It goes between this is the only sound that goes between your teeth. The TH is the only sound that the tongue comes between the teeth. We don't have the tongue come between the teeth when we say L. Then you look like a lizard. So please don't do it. The tongue stays behind the teeth. In TH, a little slightly between the teeth. So instead of, because many languages do not have the TH sound. The unvoiced is think, thin. But the voiced is like then, those. You hear the difference?
Yes.
Then, those. You've already started vibrating your vocal cords with the okay? So an American would be although, thinking, breathing, that's voiced, theater, unvoiced, those, that's voiced, things, that's unvoiced. But Russian accent, they tend to, like I said, everybody's a little bit different here. Also, you can do although with a D or Z. Also, we are going. I am thinking, because this is unvoiced. I am thinking of this.
I'm thinking of this.
Thinking. So I'm breathing. They might do a D. They might do a T or a D. Although. I am thinking. I am thinking. You see what I mean? You're going to substitute, because thinking is unvoiced. So you're going to probably substitute a T sound or an S. I'm thinking this. Breathing.
Breathing.
Don't be, don't too hard on yourself. You breathing. If you said it in English, that's voiced. You make a sound.
Breathing. Breathing. So the BR is pronounced like we pronounce it here in
Breathing, yeah,
America?
but except the R is trilled. Breathing.
Okay.
But you can substitute, and that's why I said if you want to go back and take the basics, this will kind of go into the voiced and unvoiced here. So I'm trying to cover a little bit. Voicing, all vowels are voiced, okay? All vowels.
Okay.
We're just talking about, because if you say A, E, I, O, U, hopefully people know what a vowel is, and you put your hand on your throat, this is, let's see if we can do this. I can get to my picture here. I don't know how to do this. If you put your hand on your throat and you can hear you can feel it. Let's see, am I here? I don't know if I'm here. I don't know if I'm here. Where am I at? If you put your hand on your throat and you go, you can feel the vibration in your throat.
Yeah.
You can feel them, those, then.
Those. Oh,
there I
yeah.
go. Here I am. Here I are. Hi. Put your hand here. Then, those, them. Now you can feel it's called voicing. That consonant blend is voiced. If I went thin, you're not going to feel the vibration until you get to the vowel. Thin, think, okay? So that's the difference. So it's a little bit tricky, but although is voiced, so you're either going to substitute a D sound or a Z. Although we want to go vacation, although thinking is unvoiced, so it'd be thinking, I'm thinking of this, or I'm thinking with an S. See what I mean? Because S is unvoiced, Z, these are cognates. S is unvoiced, Z is voiced. T is unvoiced, D is voiced. They're both made, the T and the D are both made approximately in the same place in your mouth. Right behind the tongue goes right behind the alveolar ridge.
Breathing.
So breathing.
Those.
Remember to trill the R. Breathing.
Those things.
Theater. Those. You can even go those. Those things. Those things need to be moved. Okay. So, now this is tough. This is tough. Someone want to try it?
I'll try it.
Okay.
although, thinking,
Okay.
breathing,
Breathing. Try to
breathing,
get bring that extra G sound, extra K sound at the end. Breathing.
breathing,
Good.
theater, those,
Those,
things.
okay. Thanks. There you go. Takes a little work. That's why I said sometimes when you recopy the words and put the subject, the sound that you're doing, not just the spelling, but the sound. Okay, because this is a little bit tricky. Anyone else want, and like I said, I'm trying to get better here at this. Who else wants to try?
I already won.
Okay. Gregory, did you Federico, you're back. Did you want to try? Oh, no. Okay, I'm trying to get people. Okay, we can keep going because there's a lot to cover. Okay, this one's a tough one. All right. Now, there is no w phoneme in Russian accents most of the time. Most you substitute a V. Okay. Question. Square. Rivard. Vezer. Then. Vich. Creek. Remember, with the I, the short I becomes the E. And the QU is actually a que, you know, this is one of English's toughies. Square is square because it's a double. Remember, think of it as sound, not the spelling. Question, square, rivard, vezer, then, vich, creek. Okay. Someone want to give that a shot?
I'll try.
I will.
Okay.
Well,
Who's okay? Whoever said first, go ahead.
Stephanie, I think you were first.
Question, square, reward.
Nope. You're using a W. This is hard. Put a V. Rivard.
Reward.
Rivard.
Reward.
Rivard. Rivard. It's hard because you've got two trilled R's and the V.
Reward.
Rivard. If you can't trill the R's, just do the rivard.
Reward.
Rivard. Okay. Just try the W. Square.
Square.
Nope. Square. Square.
Square. Say it again. Square.
Think of it as SKV. Square. Right down. SKV. Square.
Square.
Nope. You're using a W.
Can't get that V in there for some reason.
Go take it into pieces. This is a good illustration. Write down the word. Write SKW. I'm sorry, SKV. SKV. And then just do the sound. And then you blend it. Square.
There.
Write it down. SKV.
Yeah.
SKV. And then say each sound separately. Square. Square. Square.
Reward.
There we go. Bezer.
Weather.
No. Put a V.
Feather.
Bezer.
Then. Which.
No. Bitch. Veach.
Veach.
There you go. Creek. This is the KV. Put KV. Creek.
Creek.
Nope. KV. I don't know this.
Oh, wait. Let someone else try.
This is it. Here, I just wrote on the thing. Can you see it?
Kvik.
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 Yeah. Kvik. If you have to make each sound separately, does that make sense?
Kvik.
Yeah.
Kvik.
Okay, now I get it.
Skvar. Yeah, I didn't know I could do this at the same time. Makes sense? Kvik, skvar, skver.
That helps writing it out.
Yeah, it's because your brain is so used to seeing the word that it's really hard.
The question is the one that's hard for me.
Okay.
Beach.
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 Beach. Yeah. Question. So question, let's do this one so I can do it.
Question.
Question. Question.
Question.
In fact, more like that. Question.
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 See?
2 syllables.
Question.
Question. Yeah, it's 2 syllables. Question.
You know what's
Okay.
crazy? The way you spelled that out phonetically, that's a lot of the way that I was learning my words
There you go.
in
We
English.
do
So
whatever, whatever works. I'm not, whatever works. So if you have like here, I didn't know I could do this.
Also
we study the language. No, I'm sorry.
Thinking.
Breathing.
I've got a video for the German class on this one, but okay, does this make sense?
It does. It makes perfect sense.
Yes,
Good.
it does.
Okay. So it's also, well, actually, also, it could, now if we have breathing, okay, if we did, how about that?
Breathing.
Breathing. That's just one way of doing it. That's because that's, so we could do, because that's voice. We can also do it. Breathing.
Breathing. That's easier.
Breathing. Thinking.
Oh no, see, I go with the
Because
TH.
although could be although. You could do it that way too. Although. This is such although because the TH there is voiced, so the D is voiced. So that would be an easy. Yeah, so you could go those or
You do
those.
theater?
Pardon?
Would you do theater?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Theater. Theater.
My mind didn't even think that way.
Theater.
No, this is, listen, I give you guys a lot of credit and you should take a lot of credit for even trying this. This is not easy. Okay. I just give people credit for even showing up in class. It's just really hard. It's hard. So I'm going to have to scoot on so that we have, oh, good heavens. We have more. I don't know that we have. Well, I'll just go over it real quickly because it's on your handout. And you can watch some 007 movies when people go, gems. This will help. Danger. We don't have the long A, so it's instead of danger, it's danger.
Danger.
Ver. It sounds like an E. Gems.
Level.
Waistline. Kev. Now we're looking at the A. Kev. We're not saying cave, it's Kev. Like an E, like let. Kevman. Vestline. So, for example, it would be
Vestline.
Yeah. Okay. Kevman would be. Whoops. Let's see. Kevman.
Kevman.
Giftman.
Kevman. See, the C is a spelling. The sound we're using is K. K.
K.
Yeah, that's the sound.
Okay.
So now I'm just
Kevman.
going to go this because we're running out of time. We have to go faster. So, but this is good. No, this, if we get done, we get done, and you've got a better hold on it. I'm happy. The goal is not to just get every sound. It's just to make sure people have made some kind of progress here. This is cool. Now, this is called a glottal. The H, it's the velar, which is way in the back. Like I said, take my other classes. Fricative. So what we're going to say is who's, holy, rehearsals. You feel that? Hungry, hopeful, inhabitants.
Inhabitants.
We did like you're going to spit, holy, who's, rehearsals. Rehearsals, yeah, who's. Hungry, him, that's the him. Go back to the other sounds. Him, him. Like Hymn for him is him.
Him.
Yeah, these are different sounds. So okay, so I'm just going to skip. I hope that helps. I can do this again. And I do want you to, if you have any suggestions or you want to, that was pretty good with just the spelling on there. I didn't know I could even do that. That you could see it while I was typing. That's cool. I'll have to remember that. So see, I keep learning too. So you have any question?
Thank you.
Pardon?
I have a question.
Sure.
I so like your classes, but I remember you have British and something another. I mean, my question is, do you have in YouTube or somewhere classes what you have to repeat to listen to them? Because
you have to check with, I believe you can. I think they have, the 99 has, they record this and then they replay it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe they do.
Excellent.
Yeah, I believe they record it and they replay it. That's why I ask everybody not, don't swear too much. It's there forever, So here's the resources. Here's the resources. And please be, you can always ask me a question. You can text me. You can, which I'll put up here again. But the Accents and Dialects for Stage and Screen by Paul Meyer with CDs. You can get it from him. Highly recommend. Then the Speak with Distinction, and he has a website. Speak with Distinction. You can get the free download. I didn't realize you couldn't download it, but you can still read it, so it's something. So it's not a downloadable thing. Okay, you can do something. But anyway, then other resources. Mango Languages, which is free. You don't have to learn to speak all of these languages, but these are some of the ones they have that are related to what we just talked about. And you can pick up some of the sounds. The nice thing is it will replay your sound. So if you say the words, it'll replay it and you'll find out if it's good or not, if you're close enough and you can hear yourself. So, just to learn some of the sounds. Highly recommend, and it's the price is right. It's free. So there are other websites. There's movies and films that you can just sort of listen and also watch the body language because that makes a big difference. The mannerisms that all help sell the accent if you're not that good at the accents. So, and then here's me. If you want a digital copy of my little ebook, I also have an e-newsletter. If you sign up for something, I may end up sending you the newsletter. If it works for you, fine. And if you don't want it, you can easily, you're not going to hurt my feelings. It's okay. Everybody gets too much stuff. So if it works for you, fine. Because I was asked to do this. So it's free. If it works, fine. If not, don't worry about it. This is my number. You can text or email me your address, and then I can send you if you're interested. I've got a Russian comedy script, which is very funny. It's called comedy. And it has, this partially written, so you can, let's see if I can read part of it. Did I have it here? Steve, But now you have probably realized that I am leaving you. I leave for you this tape. So at any rate, it's kind of like that. It goes on. But it's kind of fun. So if you're interested in it, let me know, and I will send it to you. And it's free, just a copy of something I ran across. I think I was doing it for another class, but at any rate, if this is something that interests you, please let me know. And thank you. I really appreciate you showing up and being here. I've really had a good time. I hope you learned a few things. This is
Oh,
my
yeah.
Always
Thank you
learn.
Yes,
very
indeed. Thank you,
much.
Corinne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a blessed
Thank
I
you.
Wait, the
learned a
next.
lot.
This is not
Wait.
easy, so don't be too hard on yourselves. It's not easy at all.
До свидания.
До свидания.
До свидания. До свидания. Even Russian sound.
Okay. Take care now,
Enjoy.
everyone. Have a great
Thank-
weekend.
Wait,
Bye now.
next
Thank you.
next
Take care,
meeting.
class. Have a great
Nice to
weekend.
meet you. Yeah.
I'm going to say it.
And then we're going to close.